Hi, I'm Rohmi Husnia from Universitas Muhammadiyah Gresik, Indonesia.
Hello, I am Nicholas Olshansky from Shantou University in China.
Before we present our presentation, let me explain the background of the workshop. So, at first, I would like to say thank you to the two teachers from Shantou University. They are Mr. Nicholas Lisinski. He is an American that is teaching in Shantou University, and also for Angela Huang. She is a Chinese that is also teaching in Shantou University. They both offered me to join their workshop, that is the open door, and it was a very unforgettable experience because I learned many things about Chinese and also American cultures. So this is our presentation.
The title is Cross-Cultural Understanding Through Workshops about Chinese, American, and Indonesian Cultures at Shantou University, China.
For the introduction, English Language Center or ELC Shantou University has teachers not only within China but also from various countries around the world. And cross-cultural understanding is needed to minimize cultural conflicts and establish good cross-cultural communication for all parties, in this case for international teachers and the local teachers, and also for international teachers with their students in China, and also between them and the local Chinese people. The ELC offers around 20 foreign cultural workshops for its students every week to attend. One of them is the Open Door workshop.
Okay, so a number of skills are developed through these workshops. The ELC develops the students' language skills and intercultural communicative competence to, number one, create healthy and harmonious interactions between the local people and the international teachers. Number two, achieve the learning objectives in the classroom. And number three, hone student skills both in English and their local cultural knowledge.
The Open Door workshop, the aims of the cross-cultural workshops about the US, China, and Indonesian cultures are: students understand the cultures of the three countries so that misunderstandings can be minimized, and good cross-cultural communication competencies are created. For the second one, they are also expected to be able to speak good and correct English in discussing culture, especially Chinese culture.
This was our methodology. The workshops were instances of cross-cultural training or cultural awareness training through lectures, demonstrations, and discussions. The workshop is focused on the needs of the students studying local and foreign cultures through English. And the ELC encourages students to choose 2 workshops each week from the 20 workshops available with presenters from international teachers from various countries. Evaluation is done by monitoring the students' attendance of participants who have registered in the workshop, providing an assessment of the activity and participation in the workshop. The grades are converted at the end of the semester as additional points for English courses taught at the ELC.
For discussion, there are 5 collaborative workshops done over 3 months, and the topic of each meeting was traditional festivals, tourism places, food, pets, and music.
So the first topic, traditional festivals. From Chinese culture, we discuss these festivals, which are held each year. Spring Festival, Lantern Festival, Qingming Festival, Dragon Boat Festival, Mid-Autumn Festival, and Double 11 Festival. Whereas from American culture, we discussed Independence Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's.
Yeah, whereas from Indonesian culture for traditional festivals, we had Eid al-Fitri, Eid al-Adha, Christmas, and various local celebrations in Indonesia.
For the topic of tourism places, in China, we discussed the following. The Forbidden City in Beijing, the Summer Palace, the Terracotta Army of Emperor Qin Shi Huang, the Bund in Shanghai, Lhasa in Tibet, the city of Guilin, and the West Lake in Hangzhou. While in the US, we discussed Yosemite National Park in California, Disney World, Niagara Falls, and the beaches of Hawaii.
Meanwhile, tourism places in Indonesia were Malioboro, Yogyakarta, Kuta Beach, and some tourism places in Bali, and Transportation Museum and some tourism places in Malang.
For the topic of food, in Chinese culture, we discussed a number of regional cuisines. There's Lu Cai from Shandong, Chuan Cai from Sichuan, Yue Cai from Guangdong, Su Cai from Jiangsu, Zhe Cai from Zhejiang, Min Cai from Fujian, Xian Cai from Hunan, and finally, Hui Cai from Anhui. And from American culture, we discussed a few particular foods, namely apple pie, onion rings, fried chicken, and clam chowder.
Some traditional food from Indonesia presented at the time were chicken satay, soto, ote-ote, and pisang goreng. The teacher also made some ote-ote and pisang goreng for the students and also for the speakers at the workshop at that time. They enjoyed ote-ote and pisang goreng very much.
And for the topic of pet ownership, we compared and contrasted things between each culture. From the US, we discussed that most Americans do have pets, dogs and cats being the most popular.
Yeah. Meanwhile, pets in Indonesia is similar to China. There are many cats in Indonesia that do not have masters. Not too many Indonesians own pets compared to the United States. Even if they have pets, most Indonesian raise cats rather than dogs.
Finally, the topic of music. For American culture, we discussed the blues as a particular focus. And this is because the blues is a uniquely American form of music, and it is the basis of modern pop music.
And since the Chinese teacher at the time was sick, so she couldn't join the workshop, then from Indonesia, the music was dangdut, because it is referred to as music rakyat or the ordinary people's music. And for the reflection, students were still having trouble discussing in English. This is due to several causes. The first is the cultural terms used are very distinctive, so they have difficulties finding an equivalent in English. Then they are not familiar with American and Indonesian culture, so they look doubtful when they want to argue. And there are also students who appear to be shy about using English, so they are passive. However, students were also very enthusiastic about attending the workshop. According to them, the workshop made their cross-cultural understanding broader. They also like to learn about other cultures that are different from their culture in several ways.
This is the end of our presentation. Thank you for watching.